Today's news is not necessarily related to Doctor Who, but it kind of is, so I'm going to have it here instead of on a Sunday. Do you remember the 15th Doctor, the former Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, said that he left because of his knees? Yes, well, I found something contradictory. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It. Don't chat about it with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters, not by myself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, switch on the notification bell so that you know I'm releasing another video. Thank you to everyone who has joined me already. I couldn't run this channel without you. Please do keep it friendly in the chat. So I don't think I did a video on the reason why Ncuti Gatwa left the show or his reasons behind it, but I do know that more sort of Doctor Who related channels specifically did cover that. Now let's take a quick look into the quote the statement that he made about the reason why he left the show. So speaking on the behind the scenes featurette by way articles linked below, Ncuti explained, "It was always the plan to do this amount of seasons because it's a role that demands a lot of you physically, emotionally and mentally." Now I had the suspicion that it wasn't the plan for him to do this amount of seasons, 2 seasons. I feel like he was meant to carry on. The rumor of what he said on Graham Norton about him filming series 3 seems to check out with other things that I have heard along the grapevine. I genuinely believe that Ncuti may have either been pushed out or he chose to leave off his own accord because of the amount of time that he would have to wait for the confirmation of the next series going ahead. Now, with regards to the physicality aspect of it, did we really see him doing a lot of physical things? He did a lot of running, a lot of crying, and that jump over the chimney pots was pretty epic in the church on Ruby Road, but I don't recall much else, which shows the impact of the last 2 series on me. Now, acting roles can be physically demanding, that is true, all right? I don't know how physically demanding it would be to be the Doctor, and I don't think I will ever find out, so there may be some truth in what he is saying. And just before it gets picked apart, because I have a feeling that it will, with him saying it being mentally and emotionally demanding, I do believe that statement. One of the things that actors have to try and do is separate themselves from the character. A role can be emotionally and mentally demanding because we have to find ways to connect with the character and things like that. So he's not wrong in that aspect. Shocking, I know, I agree with him, but we both come from a performance background, so I do know what he's referring to. You quite often hear these stories where actors have not disconnected from their characters and have remained in character, in particular on set. And if their character is volatile, then the actor can become quite vile as well. And that's not always the best experience to have, but it also mentally and emotionally will drain you. Okay, now let's get on to the next part of the statement. This is what he said. The actors playing the doctors are only actors playing the Doctor. Unfortunately, we are mere mortals. I would love to have the energy and the youth to be able to do this full time for the rest of my life, but my knees are telling me it's time. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm doing this video. He mentions his knees. His knees are telling him it's time to leave. And not being funny, they filmed this series back to back, these 2 series. So he hasn't really done anything major as far as I'm aware, running wise or physicality wise, in that particular time frame. I know he did Barbie, but I mean, well, I don't know the logistics of how that was all filmed. I don't know what came first, whether it was Barbie or if it was Doctor Who. So the end of the filming to his regeneration, I'm wondering what on earth is going on in between. And I thought, how could a 32-year-old man who is clearly extremely fit have issues with his knees? And you know what? I took it in my stride. I thought, well, if that's what he's going to go with for his exit, then that's entirely up to him. And maybe I shouldn't judge too much. So I just took it that way, took it at what he said. However, something extremely contradictory popped up a few days ago, and I did this post on my post page for YouTube the other day. And let me show you what I found if you have not seen this. This came from What's on Stage, and it's promoting his next show. And it's just an image, okay? It's just an image. Right. See that? Yeah. He's jumping very high. I mean, you know, it looks athletic, looking extremely fit. If he had bad knees, then the director or whoever it was that was putting this particular sequence together would have taken that into account, because that's a health and safety issue, and you have to. It makes you wonder what the real reason was for him to leave Doctor Who, because maybe it wasn't bad knees, potentially. What really happened at Doctor Who? I want to know now. Why did he leave? Was he told to say that it was bad knees? Was he told that by a PR team? If I had a PR team and they told me to say it was my bad knees as to the reason why I left the show, I'd probably fire them immediately, because the moment that something pops up like this that would contradict that statement, it's going to be open for criticism. It could also be that he is perhaps, and I threw this around on the Sense Sphere the other day, more introverted than what we think he is, which sounds weird because he's an actor, but actors can be quite introverted, and he doesn't like maybe being put on the spot, so he might get a bit flummoxed. That's a possibility I am willing to take into consideration. Maybe he's not the biggest fan of being interviewed, but has to do it because obviously that's part of the territory, be it whether you're on stage, on TV, on film, it doesn't matter. You will be subject to an interview at some point in your career. There are a lot of actors out there also who don't like being interviewed. Maybe he's treading on eggshells because there is something that he would like to say deep down, but he's under an NDA, so therefore he could not disclose it. It might be that he was told to think of an excuse, but he's just not a good liar. Or maybe he just doesn't like lying and it makes him feel awkward. Maybe he prefers open, honest statements. And if he does, I totally respect that. You see, now that something has popped up that contradicts what he was saying, or maybe what he had been told to say, it makes me wonder, what on earth is going on? Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget you can join me on my other platforms as well. I've got YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, Locals, Substack, and I also have a Discord. Everything is linked below.